So how did Teal Hopper come about?
Uh, Vince flew me, Tracy Smothers, Rock, uh, Tim Irwin, and
Tom Brandy?
Headbangers.
Tom Brandy there? Sal Sincere?
Huh? I believe so. I
Yeah.
believe he was there. He flew us all up one day for a meeting. We talked and all that, and then flew us back home the same day. And anyway, went to talking, and then we had another meeting, and he asked me. He said, "What was you doing there? Since you've been off and hadn't been in another territory, what are you doing? And what was you doing before you got that?" And I said, "Well, I was a plumber." I said, "My dad was a master plumber. He owns a plumbing company in Knoxville and all that." And I said, "I grew up when I was a little bitty kid. I during the summertime, I'd get out of school, I'd go to work, and I'd work on the job with my dad during the summertime, being a plumber and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't know I cut my own throat right then." Because the next thing I know, "Oh, Teal Hopper, oh yeah, that's great. You're going to be the wrestling plumber and all that kind of stuff." That's when Vince was going through his mental stage, I guess. And I don't know what kind of drugs he was on, but he was doing all that and Duke the Dumpster and all these other just and the way I looked at it, wrestling fans don't want to see. He called it, the working people. Wrestling fans don't want to see working people because they're working people. They want to see somebody that is a star, something that's bigger than that, than a regular working person. They want to see a superstar. They want to see somebody that's bigger than that. And they don't want to see somebody that basically, and I'm not knocking it because I've been there my whole life. They don't want to see somebody on their same level. They want to look up to a superstar, and they don't want to look up to, "Oh, hey, yeah, there's that old plumber. Yeah, I know two or three plumbers. They scratch their butt and pick their nose and all that kind of stuff. And I never thought that any of that stuff was ever going to get over. And it proved that it didn't. None of it got over. Uh, well, you know what I mean. None of those gimmicks ever got over.
You had a lot of
I mean, they
occupations at the
got,
time. You had a race car driver or a hog farmer. It seemed like that was the occupation era.
yeah, and it sucked. It really did. As far as I was concerned, it sucked. And because it wasn't drawing no money, it wasn't not drawing no big money with that, you know. And I don't know. That's what he wanted to do. Hey, what can you say? Man owns the place. He pays the bills. Do what he wants, you know. And that was it. And if you look, during that time, though, he had the Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, all these other guys that he was pushing the fire out of, and that's what was carrying the company.
How often did you work when
So
you were with the
you know,
WWF? What was your schedule like?
uh, my schedule, well, it varied. Sometimes it was every week. Sometimes it was a whole month. Uh, uh, Sometimes it was once every 2 months or something like that. It would just, whenever the mail would run, I'd have my booking. Well, whenever FedEx or anybody would show up, I'd have my bookings. They would mail them to me and tell me where I need to be and all this. I got a booking one time, and I was going to Saudi Arabia. You know, it's like, what? That's kind of short notice.
Trip. Wow.
Yeah.
And any
Had a good
highlights?
time, though. Yeah.
Any highlights of the TL Hopper run? I gotta tell you, I'm a huge Caddyshack fan. So the Baby Ruth in the swimming pool, that was always that was fun for
Well,
me.
see, that was my idea. They were trying to come up with something. Lawler was in the pool and all that, and I told him, listen, Cliff, you got an idea? To tell Vince. Lawler told me, says, you got an idea? Just tell Vince. And he told Vince, he said, I think Hopper's, got an idea. Because we were doing, those little old vignettes or whatever you want to call them, little behind the scenes stuff. And Lawler was in the pool, and I got in the pool. There's something in the pool. And I told Vince, I said, why don't we just steal off the old Caddyshack? And he looked at me and said, what do you mean there, Hopper? And I was like, hey, do the deal. Something's in the pool. I'll go in. I got my plunger. I'll go in. I go under the water, go in, pick it up, bring it back up in the plunger, pull it up, look at it, sniff it, and do the old deal, bite it. Get a Tootsie Roll. I mean, not a Tootsie Roll, but a Baby Ruth bar. And get it and bring it up and sniff it and then bite it off. And when I bit that thing, you could hear the reaction of the people in the Coliseum. Oh, my God. Oh, gee, boo. Oh, terrible. And then I tried to give Lawler some, and he about jumped out of the pool and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it was fun doing that, but I knew that wasn't going to draw any money.
The reason why you worked at the Hillbillies too, right? The Godwins. You were their manager for a while.
Oh yeah, I was Uncle Cletus.
Yeah.
I loved that. I loved being Uncle Cletus. I really did. That was a lot of fun, and being with those two big houses, I'm telling you what, and we had a connection together. We really did. We gelled good together and all that, and I really had a big time. Hey, I actually was the manager of the WWF World Tag Team Champions.
You were? Yes, sir.
Yes, I was. You look it up, baby. You don't believe me? I got a picture.
Two very
I
nice
got a
guys
picture
too.
after we won them.
Henry and Phineas, very nice guys too. Both those guys are very,
Oh,
very nice.
they're super great guys, and I've got along with both those guys ever since the first time I ever met them. We just gelled. It was great. And then when I met them, got up there with them. They were tickled to death. I was gonna be their manager. I was Uncle Cletus, and